Very personal. Long story short, I've lost my father. He's disowned me because I haven't seen him or spoken to him in 2 years because I associate with someone who spoke out against the church, and he was actually flown to LA and coached on how to talk to me and my sister and how to tell us that if we don't disassociate ourselves from anyone who spoke against Scientology, that they could know. I actually have 2 people who have disowned me, and sorry, this is personal. And yeah, he was told by the organization that he wouldn't be allowed to participate anymore unless he converted me and my sister, or he disassociated himself from me and my sister. So I no longer have my father in my life or willing to speak to me. I was really nervous, and I actually sat in a coffee shop up the street for a bit, and I did end up in tears. And when I got here and saw all the support and the awareness, I felt like actual joy. No, absolutely not. With the whole Xenu thing and stuff, I actually didn't know that until after I was away from it, because you have to go through years and years of courses that I would say estimate my father spends a minimum of $10,000 a year. Yes, absolutely. I was told by my father, who owns his own business, and his wife, my stepmother, I guess, works for building airplanes for years, good jobs. His rent is cheaper than my rent. He has money. I was told that he wouldn't help me get a winter coat because he didn't have enough money, because he spends it all. He works and then flies down to LA to the big old celebrity center there, as they call it, and does courses there, and it costs tens of thousands of dollars. Plus you have to pay because you have to go down there.
Yes.
And he, like L. Ron Hubbard, just made up all these lies about who he was. And I mean, when I was growing up, we always had a picture of him in his sailor cap on our mantle, and all that. I see the process of getting people when they're down, and basically what they do is they praise you for everything you do, so you start to feel good about yourself again, and then you go, they have Narconon, it's a rehab center, and that's where they get a lot of people through that, because they get these drug addicts who want to get better because they're there, so they're really down, they're going through a hard time, and they find this place, and you go in there and they're like, gee, it's good for you, you got out of bed today, and then you start to go, wow, well, this makes me feel good, can't be wrong. And that's sort of the process where they start to get you, but they don't just bombard you with the Xenu stuff. It's called OT levels. OT stands for operating Thetan. Your Thetan is, how they explain it to people who don't know, is sort of the equivalent religiously of a soul. So, and they're still adding new OT levels. I don't know what they're at now. I remember the last time I was involved, one of the highest ones was OT 8. And that, you strive to get that, but you could be stuck on one OT level for 3 years. No, there's absolutely nothing. It's all courses. They have a room up there, a few rooms, course rooms. They have course supervisors where you go and you study the tech, as they call it.
Which is?
Just the processes and the ideals of the organization. Sorry, I'm trying to think of it. They're big on how to communicate with people and how to approach people, and it's very deadpan, right? And just very aggressive in sort of a subtle way, I guess, where you don't give up, you hold your ground, you don't yell, you just sort of you can stand there and just repeat yourself over and over again in a calm sort of voice, very like hypnotic. Like they have most of the courses entail you doing things such as sitting down in front of another person and just staring at them for even hours without saying anything.